Hello and welcome fans from all over, whether from around the country or around the world, watching from the comfort of your own home or even watching from a mobile device. I am glad to welcome you to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Hi, I'm Ivan Chapman, alongside me, Braden Motter. Braden, great to see you tonight, brother. This afternoon, rather.
Excited to be here this afternoon. Got to call a game with you on Thursday. Excited to see Pensacola take the floor once again, play Ecclesia College here on the Nest home floor. Excited to see what they can do tonight.
The final game in the Pensacola Invitational between two teams in the NCCAA region. What are you expecting out of this matchup?
I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. I know, obviously, the Lady Eagles are a fast-paced team. They like to shoot a lot of shots, and they like to press you, whereas Ecclesia is a little slower pace. They like to run half-court sets and try to slow the game down a little bit. So two different styles of play here, and we're going to see which one dominates.
In their first matchup in the Pensacola Invitational, Ecclesia suffered a loss to Toccoa Falls by a score of 70-46. You were available in that matchup. What were some things that you recognized in that game and some things they can improve on as they perform tonight?
One thing I saw, Toccoa likes to play like we do here at Pensacola. They played with a bit of pace and pressed a little bit, and Ecclesia struggled with that early on. They couldn't really get their shots to fall, and they were a little out of their element with the speed of play. But I think they adapted well in the second half, made some changes, made some adjustments. Unfortunately, Toccoa is a little too much for them. So hopefully with that pace struggle for them on Thursday, hopefully Pensacola can also put them in that struggle of play.
Dominant performance off the bench for number 21, Monte Torres. She had a career high 11 points and 7 boards.
That's a great game for Monse coming off the bench. We'd love to see her coming out with aggressiveness and energy, being one of the taller players on the Lady Eagles team, coming in, making an immediate impact on the boards. That's one place we were struggling a little early on this season, is in the rebounding department. So love to see her stepping up, grabbing some rebounds, and obviously putting the ball in the hole with her career high 11 points.
Speaking of dominant performance, let's speak about our backcourt. Leah Phelps with a career high of 30 on the matchup against Toccoa.
That was a great game against Toccoa. We talked about that night. Leah really got to her spots and got to her finishes. We know that she loves one dribble pull-ups. She likes to try and get into the mid-range. She got there, and her finishes at the rim were really, really good. She had a couple misses early on, but found her rhythm and was able to put the ball in the hole, set that career high of 30. Excited to see if she can do that again tonight, maybe break that with 32.
Coach Sellers in his 12th season coaching here at the college. So far, 1-2 on the season. What are the Eagles going to do to add another victory in the win column?
Like I've talked about a couple times, we're going to have to play with pace, and we're going to have to dominate the pace. We can't let Ecclesia dictate the pace of the game. If we let them choose and let them play slow like they like, that's a little out of PCC's element. We like to play fast and press you, turn you over. So I think if the Lady Eagles press defensively, can stop Ecclesia and keep them from even crossing half court, I think it's obviously going to be a struggle for Ecclesia.
The freshman for Ecclesia, Anesta Herrera, had 10 points and 10 boards in the last contest against Toccoa Falls. What are the Eagles going to have to possibly do to slow her down, especially in the interior?
With the 10 boards that she grabbed, obviously we really need to dominate the boards, obviously, in this game. We talked about Monse coming off the bench, getting rebounds, and some starters are going to have to step up, put a body on her, and keep her out of the paint and get out in transition.
Both teams heading over to their respective benches. Let's go ahead and toss it over to Logan Toothman for the pregame ceremonies.
Eagle fans, welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the Ecclesia College Royals and your PCC Lady Eagles. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem. Today we will be led in prayer by one of the deacons of Campus Church, Mr. Mike Landers.
On behalf of the church, we do want to welcome you to our tournament. Let's bow for prayer. Heavenly Father, we do thank you for this opportunity to use the gifts and abilities and talents you've given to us in such a way that would reflect your glory and bring praise to you. Father, we pray that you would help those who are playing today to be safe and to give all that they can to do the best that can be done. We thank you, Father, for the good spirit that's been evident even already today, and ask that that would continue throughout the game. Help us to show forth good sportsmanship and genuine compassion for one another, and also that the words of our mouth and the thoughts and meditations of our hearts, our attitudes and our actions would be pleasing in your sight, our Lord, our Redeemer, our friend. Thank you. In Jesus' name we ask this. Amen.
Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for Ecclesia, number 4, Raquela Russell. Number 10, Callie Whitfield. Number 12, Madison Bailey. Number 22, Haley Reed. Number 34, Mayela Escamilla. The Royals is led by Coach Greg Gaffney. And now the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. At guard, a sophomore from Belt, Montana, number 20, Kylie Marcus. At guard, a junior from Mansfield, Ohio, number 14, Jenna Wolford. At guard, a junior from Florence, Mississippi, number 24, Alyssa Brewer. At guard, a senior from Flower Mound, Texas, number 23, Leah Phelps. And at forward, a senior from Rockford, Illinois, number 33, Carissa Aiken. The Eagles are led by Coach Jared Sellers with assistant coach Heather Sellers. The officials for today's game are Jalen Carter, Steve Behringer, and Tim Mowry.
Thank you so much, Logan, for those pregame ceremonies. Braden, such a great afternoon for basketball. Super excited to kick things off.
This has been a great Pensacola Invitational tournament we've had here this weekend. Excited to see this game get underway. Ecclesia College, Pensacola Christian College, like we talked about earlier. Fast-paced Pensacola, little slower half-court setting for Ecclesia. Excited to see how these teams match up.
Carissa Aiken and I was about to say Marquise, but I think of her last name, Kylie Marquise in the front court here for the Eagles. How important in this matchup is it for us to control the boards?
Well, we talked about early on possessing and dominating the rebounding, and that's what Carissa Aiken does right there, getting that offensive rebound. Really need to dominate the boards offensively and defensively tonight for Kylie and Carissa.
Aiken, floater on the baseline, no good. Controlled by the Royals. That's quickly turned over there for Ecclesia. Haley Reed loses it. Eagles now in a half-court setting with a fresh 30. Wolford receives the double screen, stops on a dime for a jumper, hard off the backboard. Aiken keeps it alive once again. Kicks, corner, Wolford, 3 on the way, contested, cannot connect. Aiken another rebound and keeps it alive. Tries to find Marcus, but to no avail.
Like we just talked about a minute ago, dominating the rebounds, and Carissa Aiken making her presence known early. She's got 3 offensive rebounds to start this game. Love seeing her aggressiveness early on.
Russell, floater, baseline, no good. Phelps controls it and is on the move. Attempts to beat her defender to the spot. Finds Wolford off the backboard and good. She breaks things open.
Wolford for 2.
It was a great cut by Jenna Wolford. Great find by Leah Phelps. In transition, the Lady Eagles are known for pushing the pace and always following and cutting. That's exactly what Jenna Wolford did right there, and great find from Leah Phelps.
Mayela Escamilla with the floater. The easy deuce to start things off for the Royals. Foul on the floor. Wipe away the basket here for Alyssa Brewer.
Fouls on Ecclesia's number 22, Haley Reed, her first of the contest. Alyssa Brewer taking the ball out on the baseline for the Lady Eagles.
They find Marcus. Wide open for a jump shot. No good. Russell now controls it. Met by Brewer in the open court. 3 ball on the way for the Royals, hard off the backboard. Escamilla, rather Madison Bailey, tries to, and another attempt, and she'll head to the charity stripe.
That foul on Carissa Aiken, her first on the shot attempt. Sends Madison Bailey to the line.
Already 2 fouls between both teams. One thing that's a little bit different between the guys' game and the girls' game on the college basketball aspect of things is the fact that instead of waiting to go to 10 fouls, we can do 5 fouls per quarter. Madison Bailey knocks down the second free throws to give the Royals a 2-point advantage. Here's Wolford. And Brewer with the attempt to stop on a dime for a short jumper, walks away with one and travels. Eagles will go to their press. They quickly find Russell and a baseball pass to Bailey. She'll go inside and quick passing there. She finds Haley Reed for the easy deuce. Beautiful cut to the basket as well. I think you're about to say that as well, Braden.
Yep, that was a great cut to the basket. Good ball movement by Ecclesia to pass through the press instead of trying to dribble through it. That's where a lot of college teams struggle, is they try and go one-on-one through a zone press. The smart thing, obviously, is trying to pass through. It's exactly what Ecclesia did.
Phelps, 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded by number 10, Kylie Whitfield. She controls this as well. And falls on the ground. Turnover by the Royals. Here comes Brewer. Stops on a dime for a jumper, hard off the rim. Another offensive rebound for Aiken, and she lays one off the glass.
That's 4 offensive rebounds early on from Carissa Aiken, and that's why the Lady Eagles always run the floor. Even if one of your teammates is open for a layup or a jumper, you always follow your team down the floor, and that's exactly what Carissa did, gets 2 free points.
Camilla responds, and now is the leading scorer amongst all scorers with 4. Here is Marcus. Marcus will let one fly and connects on a triple. Eagles now trail by a single score.
That's good patience by Kylie Marcus, seeing her defender sagging off a little bit. Looks for a pass, decides to shoot it being open, and that's exactly where that 3 comes from.
Wolford on the floor for the loose ball and forces the held ball scenario. It will stay here with the Royals. Rachel Phelps and Pearson check in for the Eagles, and a completely hockey line switch for the Royals.
Coach Greg Gaffney of Ecclesia, I think he knows that Pensacola tries to play with pace, so I think he's trying to keep fresh legs on the floor at all times, knowing that at any moment the Lady Eagles can turn up that press and get you running up and down the floor really quickly, trying to keep his players fresh. Smart play by Coach.
They go to number 11, Alita Torres. Shot no good for the Royals. Phelps heading the other direction. She had a career high the other night of 30 points. finds Wolford trailing for a triple of her own, and she connects from way downtown.
You can see early in that possession, Jenna was calling for that. As Jenna gets almost steal on this end of the floor, you could see Jenna calling for that early on in that possession, trying to get that kick out from Leah Phelps.
3 on the way for Torres, and she responds back for a 3 of her own. Alita Torres. Marcus kicks Phelps. Out of a step-back jumper, she'll find Aiken instead. Back to Marcus. She'll drive. Floater, backboard, just off the mark. The Royals will score with a 1-point advantage. The other direction, number 24, Kylan Seaton. 3 on the way for Ecclesia. And Anissa Herrera connects from way downtown. Here is Marcus. This second unit for Ecclesia providing a lot of strength from the perimeter as Phelps controls it from the top of the key. Here is Rachel Phelps from the assist from her sister. Tries the attempt, no good. A try to keep the ball alive, and here is Seaton going the other direction. Torres stops and pops, no good. Gets her own rebound, works inside, and takes too many steps before she gets an opportunity to get the ball loose. Menser, Porter, and Torres prepare to check into the ballgame for Aiken, Phelps, and Kylie Marquise. Now the Eagles trail by 2 scores.
Lady Eagles early on playing a man defense, struggling through matchups, talking through their helps, leaving some shooters open on the 3-point line. I'm sure Coach Sellers is going to have a talk at the next time out with his ladies about communicating and making sure we're guarding up on the shooters and closing out.
Porter nearly losing possession, but it will stay here with Pensacola with 14 left on the shot clock. 4:26 left on the game clock remaining in the first quarter of play. And the long inbound to Wolford. They go inside to Torres. Step back jumper misses the entirety of the rim. Seaton will head the other direction. Has a man to her right, but gets fouled before she gets an opportunity to make a move with the ball.
That foul going to be on Amber Porter, her first. She's dogging that play, trying to poke the ball out from behind. Smart play by the offensive player to slow her pace a little bit and let Amber kind of run into her and draw that foul.
Kylan Seaton will inbound the ball to Torres. They try to go inside, and another steal by Wolford. Phelps, other direction, off the backboard, misses the entirety of the rim, but a foul called. That will send Rachel Phelps to the charity stripe to convert on 2 free throws with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in play. Is Pensacola's first trip to the free throw line, and the first attempt misses back iron. Second attempt for Rachel Phelps, and she connects. Pensacola going back to their 2-2-1 press, but Ecclesia beats it. And Wolford with another steal attempt. Porter contains it. Here's Phelps in transition. Behind her back she goes, and gets fouled on the way there. Beautiful handle there by Rachel Phelps as she now goes to the free throw line for her second trip.
That's great handles from the freshman. Coming down the floor, sees the defender about to shoot for a steal, goes behind her back, tries to get to a finish, gets her arm pulled out of the air, puts her at the free throw line, misses the first, but tries to walk out of here with another point.
Phelps a part of the freshman class here for Pensacola, and one of the freshmen that play very often as she knocks down the second. We mentioned now the best time to go into a full court press is after a made free throw, and we get the turnover. Wolford, pass too high, cannot convert on the takeaway. But the Pensacola Christian College Eagles will remain in the pressure. They get it to Seaton. They try to go middle to number 20, Caitlin Donaghy. Seaton drives inside, floater in the lane, good. Here is now Mentor on the right side of the basketball. She goes corner to Porter. skip pass taken away by Seaton. And another line switch here for Ecclesia. Seemed like the starting unit that began the game will be entered back into the competition. But what production the bench here, the second unit rather, provided here for this Royals offense.
Like I talked about earlier, that was a good sub from the coach, keeping fresh legs on the floor, and his bench definitely came up big and got him a few points and kept the lead as number 34 for Ecclesia, Mayela Ascamilla, knocks down that three.
Pushes the lead to 6. Here is Menser. They go to Porter. Gets the step on her defender. Torres, floater, just off the rim. And Porter picks up another foul. That's her second. And Phelps will be inserted back into the ballgame. As well as number 24. Number 24, Alyssa Brewer. And number 12, Sydney Elliott, making her first appearance as a collegiate player. And Rachel Phelps touches the ball to force the turnover. They go corner. She convert the rewards, and she does indeed score.
It was great defense by the Lady Eagles. Almost got another steal there. Great defense by the Lady Eagles in that press, and then smart play by Alyssa Brewer. Getting that steal, being patient for enough seconds to be able to see the open teammate, finds Rachel Phelps for the open jumper.
Escamilla inbounds the ball to Russell. Pensacola trails by 4. Russell stops and pops! For a 2. Her first points in the ball game. Elliott tries to respond to no avail. Strong rebound by Brewer, but takes too many steps.
Take some away, Brew.
They get it to Russell. Phelps gets a hand on it, cutting off the passing lane, but it will stay here with the Royals. Number 4, Rakayla Russell, the freshman guard. They go inside, baseball pass, can't convert for points. Where number 22, Haley Reed, the freshman guard, will head to the charity stripe.
That foul on freshman Sydney Elliott, her first foul of the contest.
Here is Reed already with the field goal in this competition. Her first trip to the line finds the netting. Largest lead of the game here for Ecclesia College. Now an 8-point lead, make that one 9. Reed now with 4. Phelps goes to her sister. Phelps gets a turn on her defender. Shot hit from behind, but Brewer is there to reap the earnings.
Like we talked about early on, looking for offensive rebounds, and Lady Eagles are doing a great job of that. Great hustle, great steal from number 2, Rachel Phelps. Eagles back out in transition.
Alyssa Brewer stops, moves to the side, uses the side of the glass, and scores 2. 4 quick points for Alyssa Brewer. Here's Russell. Skip pass to the corner to Bailey, lets it fly to no avail. Elliott attempts for the rebound, but slips out of her possession. The possession will stay here with Pensacola. And once again, the Royals going with another hockey line switch.
Like we've talked about, I think Ecclesia is just trying to keep fresh legs on the floor. Maybe those legs are getting a little bit tired. Lady Eagles going on a 4-0 run right there. Coach saw something he didn't like, wanted to talk it over with his players.
Rachel Phelps quick to the basket. Can't convert the 2, but she'll head to the charity stripe for her 4th, rather 3rd trip.
That foul on Ecclesia's number 20, Caitlin Donage, her first foul.
Converts on the first one. Second one goes in, and as we mentioned before, the best time to go into a press is after a free throw. But the Royals accelerate the ball past the half-court line. Hit the trailer for a jumper, no good for number 20, Caitlin Donaghy. And here is Phelps. Finds her sister, and she loses the ball. Herrera nearly gets the ball stolen from her by both Phelps sisters. Here is Seton now at the top of the key. And Herrera connects. Her second three of the contest, pushing the lead back to 6. Brewer goes behind her back, keeps possession. Elliott will let one fly off the front of the rim. Seton. The Royals convert on the layup. Avery Reichard rather. Brewer keeps the ball, goes in strong, a second to get a shot up, and it won't count. Pensacola now down by a score of 8, 28-20 to score. Braden, we will be back after this short break. We are back with more action here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Pensacola now down by 8 points. Elliott now with the ball. Walks away with the travel. Now Wolford works on her defender. Back to Elliott. She'll let a three fly. And the third attempt falls.
Sydney Elliott for 3.
It's exactly what we want Sydney Elliott doing coming off the bench. We know she's a shooter, so coming off, getting some shots up, trying to put the ball in the hole, and that's what she does there.
Torres with the takeaway, nearly turns it over. Wolford pump fakes, tries to go back to Torres to reward her for the steal. Elliott back in the corner, a lot of pressure there. Wolford nearly loses the ball, finds Marcus. She drives hard to the rim, off the backboard. Here's Torres, goes up strong, and gets the deuce.
Like I've talked about so many times already, Lady Eagles need to dominate the boards, and they've gotten at least 8 offensive rebounds here in this game. Doing a great job on the offensive boards, getting some putbacks and second chance opportunities.
The freshman Herrera tries to let another three fly, but she gets hit from behind. She will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. I believe her foot was on the line there.
That Lady Eagles foul on number 12, Sydney Elliott, her second of the game.
Hard off the rim for Herrera. She already has 2 triples in this matchup. Anissa Herrera knocks down the second. She actually has 3 opportunities for free throws here. Last attempt is good for Herrera, and Elliott checks out the ball game for Pensacola for number 30, Melanie Bowser. Here is Torres. Finds Wolford. Kicks corner to Marcus. Drives baseline. One more pass to Wolford. Contested shot. Misses the entirety of the rim and backboard. foul for number 20, Kylie Marcus. And the Royals will take over. Here's number 23, Reichert. Finds Seaton with 4 seconds to spare in the half court. They go corner to number 20. Donaghy, hard off the backboard, does her field goal attempt go. Marcus now with ample space around her to operate. She goes corner to Bowser. Shot on the way, and it's good.
Great patience in transition from the Lady Eagles. Kylie gets the steal and pushes the pace. Jenna Wolford with the steal. And the easy two for Rachel Phelps, like I was talking about, patience in transition, finding the open teammate. Kylie just did it a minute ago, and Jenna just did it once again right there.
Rachel now leading all scorers with 8 points. Holland Geisler prepares to check into the contest for Monse Torres. And 2 great defensive possessions here for the Eagles.
I think this press is getting, and the tiredness is getting to Ecclesia a little bit, making some unwise passing decisions, and Lady Eagles are taking advantage, getting steals and getting easy transition points.
Here is Marcus. Bowser drives hard inside, double team. Nearly loses the ball but regains it. Geisler floater, backboarding good. She extends this 11-2 run to enter the second quarter. And a foul called on the floor on Wolford.
That's the second foul on Jenna Wolford.
Beautiful attempt to try to intercept the ball, but gets a little bit in the collision there. Bowser playing stifling defense, making it difficult for the Royals to accelerate the ball. Now they have 4 seconds to get it over. Actually, they're going to switch the possession over for the Eagles.
Lady Eagles come up with another steal there, forcing Ecclesia into 11 turnovers here early in the second quarter. Love seeing the Lady Eagles in their press being successful, getting easy layups.
Geisler 3, hard off the rim. Here comes Ecclesia. They go corner to Russell. Sidestep 3, no good. Phelps tries to keep it alive, but it will stay here with the Royals with the fresh 20 left on the shot clock.
You can tell when Coach Sellers tells the ladies something on the sideline. He clearly during the first quarter break told the Lady Eagles that number 4 for Ecclesia is obviously a good three-point shooter. We had 3 people running at her there trying to keep her from getting an open 3. Good defense, team defense by the Lady Eagles.
Double team here. Foul call, and there is now tack on the offense, I believe. An elbow by number 34, Mayela Escamilla. Empty possession there for the Royals. Now the Eagles plan to extend this run. Marcus finds Phelps. She transitions to the top of the key. Back to Kylie Marcus. Back to Phelps. She'll let one fly from way downtown. Can't connect on the triple. Russell heading the other direction. One more pass to Haley Reed. She lets one fly. Touches every part of the rim and backboard. No good. But the cleanup there by actually Haley Reed there, the person who shot the shots, Kaylee Whitfield. Marcus lets one fly. No good. That Reed 2-point attempt allows the Royals to regain the lead. Although a hot start for the Eagles, going on an 11-2 run to open the second. Here comes Reed. Whitfield drives and retraces her dribble. Escamilla, one more pass to Russell. Back to Escamilla. Beautiful passing here by the Royals, which converts to 2.
Like you just said, beautiful ball movement by Ecclesia. Good kick out and then a dribble drive back to another kick out. That's good good half-court offense from Ecclesia.
Bowser shoots at 3, ends up in the hands of Geisler. Here is Marquise and is fouled on this shot attempt. Jose Marquise to the line and also Alyssa Brewer to the table. Brewer comes into the contest here for Rachel Phelps, as well as number 25. Now to the table, Ayana Kelker.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 25, Iona Kelker.
She comes in for Melanie Bowser as the Eagles indeed do trail by 3. Head coach, Coach Sellers, going very deep into his bench for this game. As Marcus finishes both free throws. Here is Russell. And that is batted away by Kylie Marcus. But Ecclesia will maintain possession. They find Whitfield. Reed. Back to Whitfield. She advances the ball. Floater on the way, no good. Kelker the rebound. Here is Marcus. Goes corner to Brewer. Brewer goes to Wolford. Kelker wide open for a 3. Too strong on the basket. And that is a block attempt. Now blocking foul on Wolford. That is now her 3rd foul. And Torres will come into the game here for Wolford. Wolford also in foul trouble in her last contest against Toccoa.
That's the positive and negatives of being a charge taker is oftentimes it does work. You get your feet set and draw that charge on the offensive player. But if you're not quite set or you're there just a half second late, it is a block. So Jenna Wolford here in foul trouble, like you just said, here again for the 2nd game in a row.
She goes corner to Reed. Back to Russell, guarded by Brewer. Russell, she'll try a 3. No good. Torres fights for the rebound. And now a hustle ball attempted by number 34, Mayela Escamilla. And here comes another line switch here for the Royals. Herrera, Torres, Donaghy, Reichert, and Seaton in for Ecclesia. And here is Marcus for Pensacola. Brewer goes inside to Torres. Works on the smaller defender and finds Geisler on the short baseline for 4 points off the bench.
Great ball movement by the Lady Eagles with a pick and roll back to the outside and then finds an open Holland Geisler in the mid-range. Easy jumper for her.
3 on the way for Ecclesia, no good. Marcus the rebound. Keeps her dribble alive, finds Kelker. Goes back to Marcus.
Space mode.
Dribble handoff to Brewer. Quick dribble move to find Kelker. Beautiful passing here by Pensacola. Now 10 on the shot clock. Kelker drives hard inside, tries to find Torres, but that's batted away. One more pass for a layup for the Royals. Number 20, Caitlin Donaghy.
Good ball movement from Ecclesia. Unfortunately, poor offensive possession for the Lady Eagles leads to an easy transition bucket for Ecclesia.
Marcus drives, tries to go to Torres, keeps the ball alive. Kelker, another opportunity to score, can't convert. Baseball pass, Herrera reaping the earnings, goes up strong, a lot of contact, but no call. And a turnover by Kylie Marcus. Phelps, Aiken, and Menser check into the contest here for Kelker, Geisler, and Marcus. 3:18 left to go in this first half of basketball. Royals lead by 1. 3 for Herrera, and she connects. Her third 3 of the contest.
Play for the Lady Eagles was getting a little ugly out on the floor with some poor passing and transition play. I think Coach Sellers was looking for a little spark off the bench, and he gets it. Great pass, Kristen Menser. Great cut, Monse Torres for the easy 2.
She has 6. In the second unit here for the Eagles, playing a pivotal role in this contest. Beautiful defense. Torres on Torres. Gets the ball to Herrera. They go inside to Donaghy. Throws up a shot. No good. Finds Torres. She'll try a three. Connects on the triple. Alita Torres pushes the lead to 5. Phelps in transition, trailing, tries to go inside, and foul on the way to the basket.
Foul on Ecclesia's number 11, Alita Torres. That's her second. As Ecclesia sends some subs back into the game for the remaining 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
Russell,
in this
Whitfield,
half.
Bailey, Reed, and Escamilla, those substitutions for the Royals. And here is Menser. One more pass to Brewer. Back in the hands of Menser. Works inside off the backboard and good for Caitlin Menser.
Great drive by Kristen there. Good offhand finish on the left side of the basket. Great play from the Lady Eagles there.
I said Caitlin Menser. My apologies. It is indeed Kristen. Now Brewer going 100 miles per hour towards the basket and draws the foul. Eagles still trailing by 3. And these free throws for Brewer hopefully can shrink into deficit.
Alyssa Brewer struggled at the free throw line in Thursday night's game against Toccoa Falls. I know she's got some shots up over the last day or two, so I'm sure she's going to knock both of these down as she knocks down the first.
And one pivotal thing about free throws is just seeing the first one go in. Of course, this is tough, especially in late game pressures to knock down both, but she knocks down the 2 indeed, as now Coach Sellers calls a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. Welcome back to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, as Raquela Russell is now double teamed. And another timeout is called here for Ecclesia. We're going to stay here. Let's talk about the efficiency here for the Royals, shooting into 60% from both the field and perimeter.
Yeah, shooting 63% from the field and 67% from 3. The Royals are shooting the ball extremely well. Something we were talking about between the break is seems like everything they're putting up seems to be going in. We check those numbers, and they're in the 60s for both field goal percentage and three-point percentage. Lady Eagles need to do a little bit better job closing out, getting a hand in shooters' faces, making the easy shots a little more difficult.
With such efficiency on both sides as well, this is looking for the makings of a high-scoring game, Braden.
More often than not, Lady Eagles basketball games are in the 60s, and we're almost to the 50s already here in just the second quarter. So like you just said, I think it'll be a high-scoring game. Lady Eagles did turn Ecclesia over quite a few times, but with knocking down so many threes, Ecclesia is able to hang around in this game and have a 1-point lead with 1:45 left here in the second quarter.
Raquela Russell for the inbound finds Reed. It's over to Bailey. Bailey to Whitfield in the deep corner, guarded by Torres. Skip pass nearly intercepted by Brewer. Jumper on the way for the Royals is good, and the efficiency continues. Gives them a 3-point lead. Brewer tries to make a move on the basketball, but here's Menser now in the corner. Goes inside to Torres. Goes to Aiken. Beautiful passing by the front court duo. Aiken keeps the ball alive for her 5th offensive rebound. Menser too strong on the second attempt. They go corner to Russell. Guarded by Aiken. Spins around and finds Bailey. They circle the ball all the way around, and Menser gets in the passing lane. She's off to the races, and Carissa Menser draws the offensive.
Good defensive play by Ecclesia. Kristen Menser needs to be a little bit smarter there, see the charge set up, stop short of it, keep that offensive foul from happening.
Elliott and Bowser coming to the game here for Menser and Brewer. Now with only a minute remaining in this ball game.
Coach Sellers putting a little bit of a quicker lineup in here, trying to turn Ecclesia over in this press once again.
And they do.
And it pays dividends as the Lady Eagles get an immediate steal.
Bowser finds Aiken. Elliott wide open, 3 on the way, just misses. Torres tries to keep the ball alive, and the possession will remain here with Pensacola. Now a 15-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
We've talked so many times in just this first half about the Lady Eagles' offensive rebounding, and we got another one there from Monse Torres. Great hustle from her and Carissa Aiken specifically, getting offensive rebounds here, battling on the boards, taking advantage of the shorter Ecclesia team.
Torres finds Elliott. Phelps double dribbles. Great intentions if we're allotted to double dribble, but she turns the ball over with now 1/10 of a second remaining. Well, not remaining, but in difference between the shot and game clock. Aiken in the passing lane, but Reed collects it. Drives on Torres. Whitfield can't finish. Second chance opportunity. Reed, hard off the rim. Torres keeps it alive. Pulled down by Aiken. And the foul will head the other direction. That one's on Haley Reed, the freshman. A lot of underclassmen here on this Royals roster. Here is Elliott with 15 remaining on the game clock. Elliott hands it off to Phelps. Nearly gets it stolen away from her. Bowser, Phelps, 2 seconds remaining. Throws up a shot, doesn't have a chance. Pensacola now down by 3 at halftime. 44-41 is the score.
It's a great first half we just saw. Talked about the efficiency of Ecclesia, shooting the ball extremely well. Lady Eagles' press is very effective as well. Turned Ecclesia over 11 times in that first half, hoping to get 11 more in the second, try and get them into the 20s and 30s for turnovers. But overall, good first half for both teams, shooting the ball and defensively.
Don't go away too far. We'll be back momentarily, but please enjoy these messages.
It's a passion that unites us, the heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
Welcome back to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I'm Alvin Chap alongside Braden Motter. Braden, the Eagles down by 4 with number 1, Anisha Herrera with 13 points off the bench. Perfect from perimeter.
Leading the Ecclesia Royals in the offensive category. Overall, Ecclesia is shooting the ball extremely well, shooting 49% from the field and 46% from 3. Not a lot you can do about numbers like that. Talking with Coach Sellers at halftime a little bit, he talked about making those shots more difficult, and that's why Ecclesia is shooting so well. It's because we're not closing out with high hands. We're closing out too low. Our Lady Eagles need to make sure we got high hands that we go out on those shooters.
Although we are indeed down by 3 points, we had a remarkable run to open up the second quarter, 11-2 in favor of Pensacola, and also forced 15 turnovers against the Royals.
Yeah, Lady Eagles forced 15 turnovers, but off those 15 turnovers, we got 11 total steals. So we aren't just turning them over, but we're getting those steals, and we got out in transition. That's what allowed us to go on that run early in the second quarter. A successful press leading to steals, leading to easy transition points. I'm assuming Coach Sellers is going to go back into that press, try and turn them over, and get some more easy buckets in transition.
7 seconds till showtime. What are the Eagles going to have to do to be evidently dominant in the remainder of this game?
Like we talked about, they're going to have to close out on shooters with high hands. They can't close out too low, and we can't shoot for steal attempts if we can't get them. That's something else that we were struggling with a little bit. We'd get out of position on a steal attempt and leave an open shooter in either the corner or one of the wings.
The Royals will begin with the possession. Russell, Whitfield, Bailey, Reed, and S. Camilla in the lineup for the starting units for the Royals. And Phelps, Aiken, Wolford, Marcus, and I believe I said Phelps and Aiken. There we go. In the starting unit here for the Pensacola Eagles. Christian College Eagles, rather. Here's S. Camilla. She was tied for the second leading scorer, 8 points in the first half. Russell guarded by Brewer. Here's a 3 by Whitfield off the front of the rim. Phelps finds Marquise in transition, and she's fouled on the way to the basket. That foul's on number 10, Kylie rather. Actually, Callie, there we go. Callie Whitfield, her second. Marquise converts on the first one. Kylie Marquise with 5 points, and that first half splits the free throw attempts. Those 2 free throws bring the lead within a score. One more pass to Reed in the corner. Rather Whitfield. That's S. Camilla for a triple of her own, and she knocks down the 3. Wide open as well. Marcus tries to respond, goes up strong, no good. Second attempt for points is in the hands of Carissa Aiken.
Talked about so many times Lady Eagles on the offensive rebounds. Lady Eagles actually led that first half with 10 offensive rebounds, get 11 there and an easy 2.
Here is Bailey, one more to Russell. Whitfield gets it over to Reed. Reed back to S. Camilla, who now has 11 points in this game, the second person to reach double digits. Reed, 3 on the way with 3 seconds remaining. Marquise, the rebound. Here is Brewer with the long 2, hard off the rim. Pensacola still trailing by 2 points. Russell strong to the rim. Misses everything. But second chance opportunity will fall for her. Interesting call there as well, as the ball did not hit the rim. That one does for Wolford. Gets a second opportunity, and Aiken gets another field goal in the half.
Once again, I don't know how many times we're going to talk about it. Offensive rebounding for the Lady Eagles, that's 12, and all these offensive rebounds are leading to easy second chance points.
Most of those offensive rebounds are coming from Carissa Aiken. She did have 6 of those in the first half of action. Just reached double digits with 10 points. They'll go corner to Whitfield, hard off the rim. Reed trying to finish, no good. Wolford corrals it. She splits the defenders. A lot of contact through those dribble moves. No whistle. Brewer steps in for a long 2. Connects.
That's Alyssa Brewer's 8th point in this game. Good transition offense from the Lady Eagles, finding the open player. Great assist from Jenna Wolford.
Here is Whitfield. One more pass to the corner for Escamilla. She'll go to Bailey. Impedes her will. Too strong off the backboard. Marcus by herself off the glass and good for Pensacola. Kylie Marcus with in this second half as she finishes that one in transition, as you see on the replay, and a timeout on the floor as Pensacola picks up their first lead.
There's a great open to this third quarter, like we talked about. A little bit of pressure from Pensacola, getting out in transition, running against this Ecclesia team. Great transition offense from the Lady Eagles.
The Royals will take a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. We are back here with more action here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. A full hockey line switch here for substitutions as far as the Royals go. Herrera, Torres, Dongi, Reichert, and Seaton checked into the contest for Pensacola. Rather Royals. Dongi lets a floater fly, just hits the top of the rim, and picks up the quick foul. Escamilla checks right back to the table and comes in for Dongi.
Kylie, you got 11 on D. Finish the 34, okay?
Pensacola up by 2 points. 50-48 the score. And Brady, we talked about the possibilities of this game being high scoring.
This is a very high-scoring game so far, in the 50s already here in just the first few minutes here of the third quarter. Alyssa Brewer, great drive there. And Carissa Aiken still fighting on the offensive boards. But yeah, high scoring here, like we talked about, the efficiency of Ecclesia. And with the turnovers and steals from PCC, both teams are putting a lot of points up on the scoreboard.
As Alyssa Brewer's first foul, and Torres, the inbound, quickly finds Escamilla. The Eagles collapse back into a half-court defensive set, and Escamilla now gets the ball back to Torres. Reinhardt loses the ball temporarily, but finds the hands of Seaton. 15 remaining on the shot clock, and Marcus interrupts the pick-and-roll offense. Kylie Marcus finds Wolford, stops, pops for a triple, and she drains it! Jenna Wolford!
Lady Eagles with another great defensive stop there, getting some steals. Jenna Wolford sees the open floor, nobody stepping up, knocks down the wide open three-pointer.
They try to go inside once again. Pick and roll offense interrupted by the Pensacola defense. Here's Marcus once again. Aiken stops. Wolford, another opportunity for a triple, and she drains it! Jenna Wolford, the junior from Mansfield, Ohio. Pensacola's largest lead of the game, 8 points, as we see the Jenna Wolford three.
Jenna Wolford once again, transition offense, steps up into a wide open top of the key, knocks down the three, give her 6 in a row, give her 11 on the contest. Great defense by the Lady Eagles into great transition offense.
Stoppage of time by the officials. As the Royals indeed will inbound the ball very close to half court. They find Dongi, and she loses it off of her foot.
Just flow it, space. Hey, Carissa,
Here is Brewer, as now the Eagles offense beginning to look a lot more fluid in the beginning of this half. They go to Wolford, the hot hand. Spins off her defender. To the basket she goes, and she's stopped by Donkey. Great look to Brewer, and that's taken away by Donkey. But Alyssa Brewer finds the loose ball and converts for the deuce. They go to Seaton. Seaton to Donkey. Runkert goes to the basket and leaves it on the side of the rim. High tempo here for the Eagles offense. They find Wolford once again. Brewer trailing. Drives hard. Floater in the lane. Seems a bit forced. Empty possession for Pensacola, Braden.
There's good transition offense trying to get into a floater there for Alyssa Brewer. Double team there, though, on the drive. Needs to be a little smarter and find a kick out.
Dongi lets one fly and connects. She has 5. Marcus drives on Herrera. Wide open. Phelps for a 3. No good. But an offensive rebound for Pensacola. And Brewer picks up the traveling violation.
Once again, can't get too mad. They're great hustle from Alyssa Brewer grabbing that offensive rebound. Maybe gets bumped in the back just a little bit, but unfortunately travels, gets a turnover, and it's headed back to the Royals. Also looks like Pensacola is getting back into their press. It's been a while since we've seen it. Ecclesia trying to get their press break going here. Great steal, Alyssa Brewer, like we talked about early on. Great defense from Pensacola in the press that we have here.
Tries to hit a cutting Phelps or Torres. Had many options there on that attempt, but goes off the hands of a Royals defender. Brewer now the inbound. Head coach Greg Gaffney for Ecclesia made a line switch again as far as substitutions go for the Royals. Brewer, she'll let one fly, doesn't even hit the rim. Whitfield finds Russell in transition ahead of the pack, lets a deuce fly, no good. One more pass to Reed, gets inside. Floater no good, but she does get hit on the way to the basket and will take free throws.
That foul on Pensacola's number 22, Amber Porter, her 3rd of the game.
Here is now Haley Reed at the line, converts on the first free throw. Reed so far perfect from the charity stripe so far and shooting 50% from the field. Knocks down both of them. She just reaches double digits as Leah Phelps checks out of the competition for her sister, Rachel. The Reed free throws cut this lead to 5, now also with 3:20 left on the shot clock. Wolford will take a contested triple, hits every area of the rim except the bottom of it. Pensacola now in transition. Rather, the Royals. They skip it over to Reed. Guarded by Brewer. Here's Russell. They go back to Reed, cutting towards the basket, and a foul called on the play.
That foul on number 24 for the Lady Eagles, Alyssa Brewer, her 2nd of the game. Fortunately for the Lady Eagles, nobody seems to be in too bad of foul trouble. Remember, Amber Porter now has 3 along with Jenna Wolford. Need to keep an eye on those two.
Great cut to the basket by Ecclesia. Count the basket and 1 for the Royals. That will be for Madison Bailey as she gets her 2nd field goal of the game. Second attempt for Bailey. Rather, first attempt is good for her first field goal of the half. Cuts the lead to 2. Brewer picks up her dribble and finds Wolford. They go inside to Torres. No look pass to Wolford. Can't convert on the deuce, but she'll head to the line.
That was a great find by Monse Torres. Really smart play by the junior Jenna Wolford. Knows that she's a shooter, knows that her defender knows that. So goes to the ball as if she's trying to get a dribble handoff and then backdoor cut. Gets for an open layup, gets hacked on the way up. 2 free ones for Jenna Wolford.
The junior from Mansville, Ohio, she converts on the first one, but she has been the separator for this Eagles offense, knocking down 2 triples from way downtown.
here in the second half. Jenna's really dominated the offensive play for the Lady Eagles. With that missed free throw, she still has 7 points here just in the last 7.5 minutes, dominating, like I said, offensively for the Lady Eagles, keeping them with this 3-point lead.
This also gives Pensacola a fresh 30 seconds to operate here. Here's a wide open Porter. Plenty of time, plenty of space, and she converts from downtown! Amber Porter, the PCA graduate.
Smart shot by Amber Porter. Off the baseline, out of bounds play. Turns out to be wide open. Knocks down the easy 3.
Reed, being an impactful player for this Royals offense, gets her second field goal of the half. Here's Wolford. Torres, back to Wolford. Tries to go back to Torres, forcing it inside, gets it stolen away from her. Taken away from her, rather. Here's Russell. 20 remaining on the shot clock. 1 minute, 50 seconds on the game clock. Russell now with 10, guarded by Wolford. Wolford indeed with 3 fouls, and they try to go to the hot hand Reed. She goes up strong, and she'll head back to the free throw line, doing a great job baiting her defender to expect the pass.
Exactly what we talked about Jenna Wolford doing on this side of the floor. Ecclesia does the exact same thing on that end, knowing that she's a good shooter, takes a step towards the ball like she's coming to get a handoff, hard backdoor cut, open for a layup, and gets hacked on the way up.
Sydney Elliott being inserted in this game for the second time, comes in for Jenna Wolford, and what a game Wolford is having, especially this third quarter, now with 7 points in the third, obviously here. Total of 12 leading Pensacola. And Reed knocks down both, shortening the deficit to 2. Phelps tries to go behind her back and nearly loses it. Elliott tries to go corner to Brewer. They'll go inside to Torres. Works on her defender. Spinning layup, no good. It will stay here with Pensacola with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. If I'm Pensacola here, I'm looking to waste as much time as possible.
Lady Eagles with a good offensive possession there. Couldn't quite get an open look. Unfortunate turnover there off the baseline, out of bounds play.
Reed stops, pops off the front of the rim. Long rebound goes to Whitfield. Floater in the lane. And that is an offensive foul taken by Amber Porter.
Great charge by Amber Porter. Saw the dribble drive coming, steps up, takes it right in the chest. Charge call going back the other way.
1 minute and 6 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
That last foul for Ecclesia is on number 10, Callie Whitfield. That gives her 4 on the contest. With a minute left here in just the third quarter, coach may consider putting her on the bench and keeping her safe for the next few minutes.
She's still in the contest. Elliott drives inside, goes up strong. Can't get the roll to fall. Phelps goes to her sister, drives hard to the basket. Count the basket, and foul for Rachel Phelps.
Great dribble drive from Rachel Phelps. Good Euro step to a finish. Follows through with an and 1.
And you see that drive. She attacks the basket with no denial at all as she completes the 3-point play. Just head down, straight to the rim. A little fancy footwork for the deuce for Rachel Phelps. Under a minute remaining here for the Royals to convert some offense. They go back door to Russell, no good. Torres the rebound. Rachel Phelps in transition. Elliott, she'll take a 3. Off the front of the rim, it looks good from here. Reed finds Russell, goes up strong, count the basket and foul for the Royals.
Good dribble drive there from Ecclesia's Rakyla Russell. Finishes through the contact, give 3 fouls to Rachel Phelps. Sends her to the free throw line for the completion of her and 1.
Free throw attempt is up for Rakyla Russell, and she completes the 3-point play.
Move back to it. Move. Hold on.
Porter finds Phelps, but Whitfield in the passing lane. No time on the shot clock, but 12 remaining on the game clock. If you're Pensacola, what are you doing to get a quick bucket here and try to draw some separation?
I'm holding until the last shot, knowing that there's only 10 seconds left on the game clock, but Sydney Elliott fires a three. Unfortunate air ball for her.
Baseball pass intended for Rakayla Russell. Here's Porter. One more to Phelps in the corner. Misses the rim. Beautiful defense there by the freshman Sydney Elliott, with the Eagles lead by 2 going into the fourth.
It was a great third quarter for the Lady Eagles. Came in down by 2, come out up 2. That's a good quarter for the Lady Eagles. Started off really strong with the press, turning Ecclesia over, getting some steals, getting some easy points in transition.
10 more minutes remaining of basketball. We will step aside, ladies and gentlemen. Back here in the nest with the last 10 minutes of basketball for the ladies' side of the Pensacola Invitational. Here is Leah Phelps controlling the ball and finding Torres. Torres, quick dribble move, works on her defender, finds a wide open Phelps. Phelps stops on a dime for a jumper, can't fall. And number 1, Alita Torres, comes up with a travel. So Pensacola will get a fresh 20, rather 30, with Sydney Elliott the inbound. Phelps finds a wide open Elliott. She lets a 3 fly. No good. Here comes Reed. Goes to Russell for a sidestep jumper in rhythm and knocks it down. Rakayla Russell now in double digits with 11. Can Phelps respond? She indeed does! Rachel Phelps! Rather, Leah Phelps.
Great ball movement from both teams, getting some open jumpers, open three-pointers. Clean up the defense a little bit on both sides, trying to close out on shooters, like Monse Torres just does right there.
Torres tries to answer back with a 3, no good. Menser, Marcus, and Wolford coming into the contest for Elliott, Porter, and Rachel Phelps. That last 3 for Pensacola was actually Rachel Phelps' first 3 and first points of the contest. Now with Wolford accelerating the ball, finding Menser. Marcus nearly loses possession, finds Torres. Menser drives inside and loses possession. Madison Bailey controlling the tempo, finds the hot hand Reed. She goes inside strong, off balance and out of control. Can't finish the layup. Here's Wolford, wide open, picking things off where she left off in the third quarter, but she can't connect on the triple. Here is Rakayla Russell. Goes back to Haley Reed, who had 14 points and 5 rebounds through 3 quarters. Go back to Reed. Reed drives to her right side, and Phelps will pick up the foul. Hand checking foul for Leah Phelps. Made out her first foul for the senior from Flower Mound, Texas. get it to Alita Torres. Here is Reed taking a shot off a screen. No good. Torres gets the rebound. Here is Menser. Wolford wide open, drives instead, goes strong to the cup, can't finish, but a loose ball foul on number 12, Madison Bailey. Here is Menser with a fresh 20 remaining on the shot clock and 7 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in regulation. Marcus drives and hits Menser. Beautiful passing between the two players in the front court, and that three wedges in between the basket. Marcus follows her miss, nearly loses the ball. They try to find a wide open Leah Phelps, who goes up strong and gets that batted back.
Good defense from Ecclesia, even though Lady Eagles get the offensive rebound and get a second chance, couldn't put that one in. Good defense by Ecclesia Royals.
Here's Alita Torres, hits a cutting Raquela Russell. Empty possession for them. 3-on-2 break. Finds Phelps. Layup off the glass. No good. Bailey controls it. Now it's 6 seconds to get the ball over. They find Reed. She goes behind her back, being guarded now by Leah Phelps. Raquela Russell, guarded by Marcus. Tries to go inside to S. Camilla. Off the front of the rim goes that basket.
Push it.
Menser goes to Wolford. Phelps in the corner finds Torres on the low block, goes up strong and will head to the line. Monte Torres.
It's good transition offense from the Lady Eagles. Pushes the floor, finds Leah Phelps in the corner, and then finds a hard diving Monte Torres, sending her to the free throw line.
Phelps and Menser check out the ball game here for Alyssa Brewer and Carissa Aiken. And Monte Torres, what a game she had against Toccoa Falls, 11-7 on the night. First free throw attempt for Monte Torres hits the front of the rim. She has 4 points thus far through 15 minutes, through 3 quarters. Second attempt here for Monte, and Torres indeed splits the free throws. Whitfield drives hard to the basket. She has 4 fouls, and Aiken picks up another one. That's her second. Here's Callie Whitfield, the senior guard from Scott, Arkansas rather. First attempt hard off the back of the rim as Pensacola leads by 3.
I know the Lady Eagles are going to want to get a little more separation here in this fourth quarter. I'm expecting PCC to turn up the pressure a little bit here in just a couple minutes, try and turn them over a little bit more and get back into some transition offense.
Reed splits the free throws. Rather, Whitfield. Here's Wolford. Brewer gets it to Wolford. Floater in the lane. Finds the roll. Beautiful drive to the basket by Jenna Wolford. She now has 14 points. As we see that play once again here. Actually, not that play. This is a 3 by Leah Phelps. We'll step aside briefly. 6 minutes remaining here in regulation against the Royals. Pensacola Christian College leading by a deficit of 4. They go to Raquela Russell. And here is Seaton with the ball. They go to Whitfield.
Good team defense there from the Lady Eagles. A lot of help defense, closing on the good shooters, forces a turnover. Great defense from the Lady Eagles to come out of that timeout.
Torres and Bailey prepared to check into the contest here for the Royals, as Pensacola creates the empty possession for Ecclesia. Here's Aiken. Go to Marcus. Picks up her dribble and goes to Torres. Torres finds Aiken. Handoff to Brewer. They go inside to Torres. Step move inside. Count the bucket in the foul for the sophomore from Mexico.
A great entry pass from Alyssa Brewer. Monse Torres, smart enough to feel the defender on her right hip. Doesn't need to put a dribble down, just puts a quick drop step. Finishes through the contact with an and one.
Torres already with 6 points in this contest. Split the last pair of free throws she saw, and that one swirls inside. 4 on the quarter. Here is Bailey back to Seaton. Torres finds Seaton, and they go to Russell. Russell now guarded by Brewer on the top of the key with 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Seaton. Intense pressure by Pensacola, and we're going to force the shot clock violation. But from this side of the basket, that shot by Russell did look pretty good.
Great team defense once again by the Lady Eagles. A lot of help defense, not letting the dribble drivers get in. Coach Sellers talking through his team, making sure that they know who the shooters are, closing out with high hands, keeping the easy buckets for Ecclesia from happening.
Kylan Seaton comes out the ball game here for number 22. Haley Reed, the leading scorer for the Royals with 14 and 5 rebounds. Here's Marcus, finds Aiken. She'll let a 3 fly from the top of the key. Hits the top of the rim. Torres, the offensive rebound. Gets it to Brewer. Goes up strong and gets the deuce to fall.
Once again, Lady Eagles with the offensive rebounding. Monse Torres and Carissa Aiken both dominating the offensive boards in this game. Going up strong. Alyssa Brewer through that contact. Great finish.
Don't be so tired.
Pushes the Lady Eagles lead to 9.
Protect the basket.
As Camilla comes into the ball game here from number 11, Alita Torres.
See the help. That's fine, that's fine.
They get it to Bailey, guarded by Torres. They go inside to Herrera. Beautiful pump fake, step through move, can't finish. Baseball pass from Torres. Wolford, only one man to beat, can't finish. Beautiful job by Brewer running the floor, but she can't get the 2 to fall. And beautiful defense there by Torres as he tries to hustle for the play.
It's always a scary play when the other teams go diving at your player's legs. Never know when you may catch a knee in the wrong angle.
Russell and Torres shaky coming up after that play, but the possession will remain here for Pensacola.
Lady Eagles with good team defense there. Jenna couldn't finish the transition layup, and Brewer missed the rebound, but they kept dogging it, and Monse Torres comes up with a steal, gives the Eagles another possession, trying to push this to a double-digit lead.
Pensacola up by 9. Here's Marcus. Dribble handoff to Brewer. Wolford skips the ball to Marcus. Gets inside, finds Brewer. Pump fakes, gets to the basket, floater in the lane, hard off the rim. And Torres picks up the loose ball foul. That's her first. Pensacola will stay in that full court press, but instead of going to a zone press, they look like they're in a man one. Here is Haley Reed. They go corner to Herrera. Opposite corner to Russell, and she connects on a triple.
Good ball movement from Ecclesia. Great dribble drive and finds the open shooter in the corner. Good finish.
Great pass to Torres. She'll go corner to Marcus. She'll let a three fly herself, and she responds to the Russell triple.
Once again, basically the exact same play we just saw on the side of Ecclesia. Pensacola runs the same thing, drives baseline. Montse Torres finds the kick out. Marcus with a great shot.
Unselfish play by Torres and a beautiful stroke there by Marcus. We'll step aside with the break. Welcome back here in Pensacola. In the nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter as Kylie Marquise breaks double digits for the first time in her collegiate career with 11 points after that triple in the opposite corner. A lot of screens here for the Royals. Here's Reed guarded by Wolford. 8 seconds remaining on the game clock. Shot clock rather. Here is Herrera. And a foul is awarded in favor of the Royals. That's on Montse Torres, her second.
Lady Eagles had a good possession of defense there and unfortunately bailed them out there in the last 5 seconds with a little bit of a reach from Montse Torres. But overall, so far, really good team defense from the Lady Eagles here in the fourth quarter.
Reed lets one fly, and she somehow connects on that one. Give her 17. Marcus again. She responds. Give her 14 for Marcus.
Same spot. Kylie Marcus shooting the ball with extreme confidence right now. Love seeing the Eagles shoot with confidence, and like I talked about a minute ago, playing this really good team defense that leads to that.
Call and response offense for both teams. Here's Herrera. Finds Bailey off the screen, and Russell now guarded by Brewer. 10 left on the game clock. Herrera drives inside and picks up the foul.
That foul on Lady Eagles, number 20, Kylie Marcus, her second of the game.
Here's Anissa Herrera at the charity stripe. And misses the first one. What a first half she had, with 13 points being perfect from the perimeter.
Lady Eagles doing a really good job here defending her in the second half. She had 13 in the first half, and I don't think she scored at all here in the second half, excluding that free throw she just made. That's the first points of the second half for her. Obviously, a point of emphasis in halftime was keeping her off the scoreboard.
Brewer taking no hesitation to the cup, yet misses the layup. Here's Russell. Can she answer back with the three of her own? Torres with the swiping block. Brewer nearly double teamed. Has to go through the baseline to get past her defenders. Wolford. Pensacola sitting with the 8-point lead, as Wolford now is demanding the offense. They go to Torres. Torres now with 6 seconds. She goes to Aiken, works inside for the floater, and that can't fall.
Great cut by Carissa Aiken, good find by Montse Torres. Unfortunately, just ball would not fall in the hoop on that shot.
Here is Reed. She'll pull up and fire from distance. And Haley Reed now with 20. The Eagles looking to be very patient here in this situation, since now the Royals are only down by 2 threes. Marcus drives inside, step through move, can't get it to fall. Tries to save it, and she does. Here is Russell in transition, layup up and good. Now the Royals down by 3. With honestly, Braden, a lot of basketball remaining.
Only 26 seconds left on the game clock. Only a 3-point lead for the Lady Eagles. Ecclesia, I'm sure, is going to draw up some form of a press trying to keep the Eagles from crossing half court, keep them from pushing this lead into double or 2 possessions.
Russell with 16 points and 8 in the second half. Let's talk about the offensive possessions and also performance here by Kayla Russell and also Haley Reed.
Playing really good, both of them. Same thing we talked about with Leah Phelps, getting to their spots. They know where they like to shoot the ball. Raquela, we know, likes to shoot those little step back threes. She's knocked down 3 of those. Love seeing the Eagles try and stop her, though, but unfortunately unable to do that.
Yeah, the 2 of them combined for 37 of the 79 points that the Royals have amounted up here. But if you are the coach in that huddle, what are you telling your girls to do to try to possibly even or take the lead in this performance?
Like I talked about a second ago, I'm sure they're going to put some kind of trapping press in, try and get a held ball preferably. The possession arrow is for Ecclesia, so if they get a held ball, they take possession. So I'm sure they're going to first of all go for a held ball, and if they can't get that, then obviously they're going to have to foul and send the Lady Eagles to the free throw line.
Now that is a 30-second timeout to extend this break, and we'll step aside for this timeout. The second timeout in favor of Pensacola advances the ball to the half-court line. And now we get the ball, and it's turned over by Kayla Russell. She finds Bailey, skips over to Reed, the hot hand. She lets one fly off the rim. Torres the rebound. She literally loses it, but she draws the foul. Risky play there, Braden. Dalce Monse Torres to the line to convert on free throws. These free throws possibly can place her into double-digit categories for the second night in a row. Torres already with 8 points in this contest. First attempt is up for her, and it is good. Pushes Pensacola's lead now to 5, rather 4.
Being calm under pressure is a huge aspect of college basketball. Monte Torres clearly calm under pressure there with the first free throw. Pushes that PCC lead to 2 possessions. Ecclesia calls a timeout, is going to advance the ball to their side of half. Down 4 with 13 seconds left. Going to have to draw up a quick hitter and then try and turn around, get into a press, and turn over Pensacola.
That free throw missed by Monte Torres does keep her at 9, but a little bit smarter for her, because if the Pensacola Eagles would have kept the ball, it could have drained the clock and put another person on the line there, Brayden.
Yeah, I don't think she was trying to intentionally miss necessarily. You always just want to make the free throw. There are very few occasions where you plan to miss a free throw, but unfortunately she did miss it, and Ecclesia was able to come away with the team rebound. And now Ecclesia gets the ball on their side of half. Like I said, going to have to try and come up with a quick hitter. Doesn't have to be a 3 necessarily, because it is a 2-possession game. You can't get 4 points in one play unless you happen to get an and 1 3. So I'm sure Ecclesia is going to probably look for a quick, easy 2 and then try and turn around, play good defense, and either get a steal or have to foul and put Pensacola back on the free throw line.
Brayden, if your coach tells you in this situation, how are you allowing your team to draw up and prevent a difficult shot? Actually allow a difficult shot, rather.
Well, you know they're going to draw up a specific play that should be an easy bucket, so you have to communicate. You have to talk through help, talk through your switches on screens. Lady Eagles, unfortunately, do not do that. Leave an open shooter on the wing. It's only a 2, but she does knock it down. Like we talked about, defensive communication there. Lady Eagles do not communicate well. Leave an open Anissa Herrera on the backside, knocks down a 2-point jumper, brings it back to a 2-point game, sends the junior Jenna Wolford to the free throw line. Needs to make both of these to put this back into a 2-possession lead and keep Ecclesia from taking this W.
We're talking about Herrera kind of being quiet through the other 2 quarters of this game as Wolford knocks down the first one. But the buckets she had have came in a very crucial time here for the Royals. Second attempt up and good for Wolford. 3 seconds remaining. And Brewers steal will end things.
Great closing 20 seconds for the Lady Eagles. An unfortunate turnover by Kylie Marcus here in the first possession at the 17-second mark. But unfortunately, Jenna Wolford played some good defense on that play. Lady Eagles were able to come out with a 4-point win.
Beautiful team win here for Pensacola, and a great showing as well for the Royals from Springdale, Arkansas. Don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen, as the final game of the Pensacola Invitational is approaching. Brayden, thank you so much for your time and your efforts this weekend, and we will see you for the next one.
World for Christ.